I had been a grouch, that one and the one before. And she had said to me, like, Jed, I think we'd been together 5 years at this point. But I remember her saying, Jed, if you... There's so much more, but she said, you really can't be a grouch this year. I can't handle it. And Christmas Eve, I was working, and she was working, and she came home from work, and she said, forget what happened. We maybe got into an argument over something. I was probably being just a childish about Christmas or whatever. I did not like it. My family staying in Florida, and that's had just started happening. So I was being a jerk probably. And she goes, I'm gonna go to a friend's there's like a party. I'm going. She took off. She never came home. So at 4 a.m, I got really nervous and I called the police. I said, do you have any accidents? Like, it was very unlike her to just leave and not come back at all. Like, she was gone. She left at like 8 o'clock or something. And didn't come back. It was Christmas Eve. I was worried about her. And like around 5 a.m, the cops got back to me and they did a ping on her phone. They said she's somewhere in Belchertown. To this day, I don't know where she was that night, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She probably went out to blow off steam and have some drinks, but when she came back, we didn't talk much, and she had broken up with me. I mean, like, when she came back, she was angry that I had called the cops, but I was just worried. And she's like, we got to talk. This isn't working. And I couldn't handle talking about breaking up. So I just assumed she broke up with me. And, I was a wreck, but I probably handled it like a baby. And, she said, started staying at a friend. She would say, I'm staying at a friend's. And it was really immediate. And I found out after she had been staying there for a week, coming back to like grab stuff, wanted to know what friend she was staying at. And she told me some girl's name, but all of my books, like I had taken a Bible study class, and all my books about Israel and everything. And like, I was raised Jewish, so like I had some books. They were all over by like where she was sleeping, like the bed. I was sleeping on the couch. She was sleeping on the bed, and over by the bed where I saw all my like Israel Jewish books, and I started to think, what the heck is going on? And then I put 2 and 2. I saw a text from someone named like Ari or something Israeli on her phone. I didn't look at it. I just saw the text come in, and I remembered seeing that text and being like, But then, so I asked her about it, and she told me, and she was staying with this Israeli guy immediately, like after we broke up. So she must have known him before we broke up, and he was Jewish, and she was like reading books about it. It really crushed me to know that that's what she was doing, and just crushed me. I was broken. And we stayed living together. I remember like just trying to text her. Even when we were living together, it was a big apartment. It was like big enough. We had 2 mattresses. She ended up sleeping in the front, and I was sleeping in the back or whatever. But I remember like while she was sleeping, some nights, like if she did stay home, I'd like sit outside her door and be a mess. And she told me later that she didn't know I was outside the door, but I think she had made up her mind and found somebody else that she liked, and it was just brutal. And I don't think we ever would have gotten back together, because I don't know if I would have been able to like get over that unless I did something too, and I started dating somebody else. And I did, like, like maybe a couple weeks after I found out about this guy. And then I had that summer where I just evaluated and missed her and saved up for a ring. So Yeah, I mean, that's hard to talk about looking back, because I remember we had this moment, like, once I started dating this girl, I kind of, like, I had to, Rachel didn't know, I don't think, the kind of hell I was going through over it all, but I had to, like, let go of that. She was seeing somebody else. And dating this girl helped me do that, but I remember she was sitting on the curb, like, while I was outside, like, packed. I don't know what I was doing, but she looked so sad, and I said, "What's going on?" And she's like, "Don't worry, it's not." And I said, "No, you can tell me." Like, I knew it was about this guy, and she told me, and she said, "You know, he moved back to Israel. I was supposed to go with him, like, for a while, but, you know," and I told him how I felt about him, but I don't think he said. I remember she said that he said, "Oh, I didn't know you were taking this seriously. I thought we were just having fun." And for a guy to say that to her, I wanted to kill this man. Like, I couldn't believe that another guy had a shot with her, and that was his outlook on her. But she was hurt by it, and we sat and talked like as normal people for the first time. I, like, put my arm around her. I was like, "Well, he's real stupid, you know, for not wanting, you know, not falling immediately in love with you." And we had, like, that conversation, and then I took off and went to the Cape. And yeah, so that's all we talked about it. Like, when we got back together after the summer and I came home, I didn't bring it up again. We just moved past it. So the whole Israeli guy, I would joke with her about it a little bit, but she would joke with me about the girl I dated too. So yeah, but I just felt like talking. I need to find somebody to talk to about all this. You know, I haven't seen my counselor in 3 months. So I got health insurance issues. But yeah, there's days where on my days off I don't talk to anybody. Because I live out here, and I'm kind of I don't know, I kind of, like, lock myself inside sometimes. So. But I can feel something coming. Like, I'm really depressed lately, and I can feel a change coming, and I just hope it's not, I just hope I don't do something stupid, because I don't know how to live anymore, and I don't look forward to anything, work, nothing. Work doesn't even pay my bills, so nothing is good. And I feel that if something doesn't change, I'm gonna break. So I don't know. That's it for today. Happy National Widows Day.